Hey, good morning or good afternoon. Welcome to Thinking is Contagious. I just finished hearing the mumbling, bumbling, coughing Joe Biden justify or try to justify his $3.5 trillion spending package. And the whole gist of his conversation was that it's about time that the rich paid their fair share, that he's sick and tired of the rich getting a free ride, quote unquote, that he said. He didn't say that today, he said that 2 days ago. Okay, let's look at the facts. America, you are being lied to by an incompetent, old, senile codger who doesn't know what he is saying. He is just repeating the bullet points that have been given to him, fed to him, and he knows full well, damn well, that he better deliver the message. If not, he will pay the price for his past sins. Let's go. Factcheck.org says that the top 1% of taxpayers, those people making over 785,000, and most of these statistics, by the way, are 2019, when the last numbers were, when the most recent numbers are available. People making over households over 785K, that top 1% paid an effective rate of 30.2%. 6 times, actually 7 times, more than 7 times higher than the bottom 50%, who paid, the bottom 50% paid about 4% effective rate. That's right, you heard it. The bottom 50% paid about 4% effective tax rate. The top 1%, let's repeat it, paid an effective tax rate of 30.2%. The top 1% paid a greater share of individual income taxes, 38.5% of the total, the top 1%, than the bottom 90% combined, who only paid 30% of the total revenue. The top 1% accounted for 38%. The top 5% pays 58%. The top 10% pays over 70% of the total revenues in taxes that this country receives. The total revenue in taxes that are used in part to pay for these corrupt, lying politicians. The top people, then he comes on and says that the top wage earners are avoiding $150 billion a year in taxes. They're not avoiding. They are making, they are availing themselves of that tax law which you politicians wrote to take advantage of the tax code, which is written by you, the legislators, which is influenced and bought and sold for by the big corporations which you profess to be battling. And we know very well what this battle entails because we've talked about it on this program many times. If you took all the money in the world, the premise, if you took all the money in the world, divided equally among every inhabitant on the world, what would happen to that money? Like someone said, in 5 years it will be back in the hands of those that know how to both make it and keep it and invest it and make it grow. So all this that you're hearing now, all this about the bottom, the top wage earners have to pay more, and then you see corporate America jumping on the bandwagon and agreeing with equality and agreeing with minimum wage increases. We've talked about why this is happening, right? Because they need to help cover. They need to help cover the intent of putting money, taxpayer dollars, into the hands of the populace that doesn't know, that is not well versed in investing and making money grow. Put the money in their hands temporarily so it filters back up to the top to corporate America. That's what all this is. And Joe Biden is a shill for corporate America. And politicians are all a shill for corporate America because that's how they get elected. That's how they get their campaigns funded. Joe Biden just went on national TV and lied. Lied to all of you, lied to all of us. He is a liar. The rich, without the rich, okay? If the rich tomorrow said we are not going to pay our taxes, this country goes broke. Whereas if the bottom 50% of this country says we are not going to pay our taxes, guess what happens? Nothing. Nothing. It is about time that we look at the truth. It is about time that we quit accepting lies. It is about time that we quit villainizing the top wage earners in this country because they are the ones that carry the freight. And by the way, the only measure is not federal income taxes paid. Another measure that is very important is the jobs that they create, the top wage earners, the entrepreneurs, the business owners, the corporate America that he's so vilified that he says 50 of the top, 45 of the top 50 paid no taxes. They may not have paid any taxes, but all those hundreds of millions of employees or tens of millions of employees all paid taxes. And that is another measure of corporate America paying their fair share of taxes. This is total and absolute bullshit, what you have just heard. And what, if anyone does not see through what this man was saying, the lies, the disgracefulness of this entire speech, and this $3.5 trillion is not voted down immediately, then this is treasonous conduct against this country. I'm sick of hearing this. The rich are the ones that afford us to live the way we all live. Period.